and welcome. I'm Jeremy Olivier, and here's what happened this week. Details emerged this week about the alleged shooter in an apparent assassination attempt on U.S. Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump. The suspect was reportedly a staunch supporter of Ukraine and Taiwan. Joyce Sung reports.
Investigations are underway into this man, 58-year-old Ryan Routh, who allegedly staged an assassination attempt targeting U.S. Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump. Routh was supposedly lying in the bushes with an AK-47 style assault rifle, coming just a few hundred yards away from the former president while he was golfing in Florida. Routh fired no shots before being found and detained. Now, new details about his motivations. A former Trump supporter with a long digital trail and strong views on U.S. geopolitical ties.
We're going through media reports and public statements he made that he wanted to recruit Afghan soldiers and others to fight for Ukraine.
The suspect denounced Trump on social media and in a self-published book for his failure to support Ukraine against Russia's invasion. Routh was also vocal about boosting Taiwan's defenses against China. He's listed on this website named Taiwan Foreign Legion as the main contact for international volunteers, an unofficial group that claims to recruit fighters for Taiwan in the event of a war with China, akin to Routh's proclaimed mission to support Kyiv.
You know, we need thousands and thousands and thousands of people here fighting with the Ukrainians.
Taiwan's defense ministry declined to comment on Routh and the pro-Taiwan website. Meanwhile, with less than 50 days to go until the presidential election, security is a top concern. This is the second apparent attempt to assassinate Trump. 2 months ago, a gunman opened fire at a Pennsylvania rally, hitting the Republican candidate in the ear, the security failure prompting a leadership reshuffle in the U.S. Secret Service.
We need to get out of a reactive model and get to a readiness model. There could be another geopolitical event that could put the United States into a kinetic conflict.
Choosing to politicize the alleged shooting attempt, Trump's running mate, J.D. Vance, hit out at their Democrat counterparts.
No one has tried to kill Kamala Harris in the last couple of months, and 2 people now have tried to kill Donald Trump in the last couple of months. I'd say that's pretty strong evidence that the left needs to tone down the rhetoric.
Both U.S. President Joe Biden and Democratic presidential nominee Kamala Harris have condemned the latest reported attempt on Trump's life, saying there is no place for political violence in the United States, a country that has positioned itself as a beacon of democracy, now worried about having not just free and fair elections, but a safe one. Klein Wong and Joyce Sun for TaiwanPlus.
Prosecutors in Taiwan have launched an investigation into the case of a man who sailed from China to Taiwan in a rubber boat. It's the second time in recent months that a Chinese civilian has breached the country's maritime border, and it's raising security concerns. Joyce Dung is back with this report.
Seeking a new life is what this man said he was doing when he attempted to enter Taiwan from China in a rubber dinghy. Now, Taiwanese prosecutors are working to determine his true motives. The 30-year-old man, known only by his surname Wang, reportedly got on the inflatable boat here at a beach in Ningbo in China's eastern Zhejiang province. Then, after 5 days at sea in the under 4-meter vessel, he was spotted here, more than 500 kilometers away near the Hogang River estuary in northern New Taipei City. Taiwan's Coast Guard found Wang severely dehydrated and was sent to hospital before eventually being detained without bail.
初步清询该陆籍人士的说辞与偷渡案件各说辞一致，表示在大陆负债，想到台湾重新生活。
Chinese nationals illegally coming to Taiwan is a sensitive issue, given Beijing's claims of sovereignty over the self-ruled nation and its threat to invade. Any Chinese breach raises national security alerts for Taipei. That ranges from any acts of military coercion to civilian fishing boats crossing into Taiwanese waters. In June, another Chinese man was indicted for illegally entering Taiwan from China by speedboat. Initially triggering national security concerns, it was later found that there was insufficient evidence of military or espionage motives. Wong is now the third person this year to enter Taiwan illegally from China, and the 18th in the last 2 years. But pointing to Wong's choice of vehicle, an easily punctured rubber dinghy, security analysts note providing humanitarian aid is a responsibility Taiwan must bear on top of potential security threats.
One of the things that a Coast Guard really should be focused on, really first and foremost, is search and rescue and the humanitarian aspect of the responsibilities. You have to look at this with a certain level of suspicion, understandably. But also keep in mind, these are still people that could be coming here because of other scenarios that may have brought them over.
As investigations continue, Taiwan's Coast Guard is also working on upping its surveillance technology, given their radars did not detect Wong's drifting rubber boat, an effort to remain vigilant to protect the territorial waters and the people in them who may need help. Eason Chen, Jaime Ocon, and Joyce Zhen for TaiwanPlus.
Wednesday marked International Equal Pay Day, but a new government-led survey shows Taiwan still faces a wide gender pay gap despite rising wages. Wesley Lewis has this story.
It is International Equal Pay Day, aimed at eliminating economic gender inequality. But new government figures in Taiwan reveal a persistent gap in what men and women are paid. Salaries have risen on average by 2.6% since the beginning of this year, but many women say the growth has not benefited them.
我觉得薪水越来越不好。我现在是接案，然后我现在的案子就是薪水都比前几年还要低，物价涨的速度就比那个薪水涨的速度还快，所以我其实觉得反而是越来越变得没有那么好。
A recent government survey revealed that overall wage growth this year was the highest in 4 years. The median monthly salary in Taiwan now stands at slightly over $1,160. For men, it's over $1,210 per month. But for women, that figure is less than $1,100 per month, a difference of over 9%. Some say there's a gap in earnings because many industries are split along gender lines.
比较高薪的这个科技业可能是男性的从业人员比较多，那在服务业这边比较低薪一些女性从业人员比较多，那自然这个男女的薪资就是会有一个比较明显的一个差距。
Gender equality activists say women face systemic obstacles in the workforce. One of those is the societal expectation for them to be the primary caregiver in a family. This leads many women to work in the informal economy or freelance.
因为多数的非典型的劳动它的工时是比较弹性的，但它的薪资相对的也是比较没有这么好的，所以就会看到有些女性她的经济能力上面会比男性差的原因在于我们的性别角色分化还是十分的明显。
And as gender roles persist in Taiwan, the worry is that so will the gender pay gap, despite the country's growing wages, highlighting an ongoing fight in Taiwan and across the world to achieve equal pay for equal work. Ryan Wu and Wesley Lewis for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan has announced it will recognize cross-strait same-sex marriages, a step toward full marriage equality in Taiwan. Reporter Reese Ayers was on the scene when the announcement was made.
Another step towards full marriage equality here in Taiwan after a surprise announcement by the Mainland Affairs Council finally granting cross-strait same-sex couples a path to wedlock. There have been 2 high-profile cases this year involving same-sex cross-strait couples going through the courts, cases which have been referenced by the Mainland Affairs Council in their announcement today as helping push this decision through. Here's what the Mainland Affairs Council had to say.
那两岸同性伴侣自即日起，可以比照现行两岸异性伴侣在第三地结婚的相关规定，减负经政府驻外机构验证的结婚证明文件以及相关应备文件，那由相关机关来进行面谈，通过面谈以后。 可以在我国的户政机关办理结婚登记。
This decision follows 2 cases that we've been following closely here at TaiwanPlus. In August, gay couple Ryan and Rai, kept countries apart by their inability to wed, won their case against the state. They were arguing that it was unconstitutional to deny same-sex cross-strait couples the same chance at marriage that heterosexual couples can enjoy. They were denied the right to interview, which is a core, crucial step in the marriage process for cross-strait couples. And earlier this month, I met with Alvin and Jim, another cross-strait same-sex couple who also feared that if they were unable to wed, they would be forced apart. They are by no means the only two cases. There are hundreds of same-sex couples seeking help from the Taiwan Alliance to promote civil partnership rights, or TAP-CPR. Taiwan actually legalized same-sex marriage way back in 2019. It was the first country in Asia to do so, and later legalizing it also for all foreign nationals except those from China. But now, a lifeline for those cross-strait couples. And while celebrating the progress, rights groups say it's not yet the end of the line. This decision means that only couples who can actually afford to travel abroad and wed in a third country that recognizes same-sex marriage will have the opportunity to have that marriage recognized in Taiwan.
Taiwan observed Mid-Autumn Festival this week, a time when families come together to admire the moon, eat mooncakes, and barbecue fresh food. But many also take this time to celebrate the love god. Our reporter Sandy Chi takes us to a garden in Taipei to check out the festivities.
A grand welcome to the love god, locally known as Yue Lao. This is an annual celebration of the deity's birthday, which coincides with the Mid-Autumn Festival in Taiwan on the 15th day of the 8th lunar month. For 18 years, organizers have hosted birthday festivities at the Lin family mansion and garden. Alongside the celebrations, the event offers single people a chance to find true love.
是有缘人，我们才能真心疼惜。有的人不是啊，搞点气看买下嘞，那没心交来的朋友就不稳定啊。既然如果是跟你有心有意，大家在一起，就是要长长久久。
Of all those at the event, one couple stands out the most. Their purpose for visiting is unique among the guests. They are not here to search for love, but to thank the love god for granting them the chance to have their very own happily ever after.
The God is very important for us because he's from Germany and I'm here in Taiwanese, and sometimes we will argue, but we pray to the love God and then we get more happiness and fortune. So we're married now. Yeah.
And today the couple is back not only to thank the love god, but also pray for something else.
Because it's the love God's birthday, so we are here to celebrate together, and then also I pray to him, to the God again, and hopefully we can have a child.
With their first prayer answered, their hopes are high for the second.
拜拜的时候，自己的名字、年龄、住址讲清楚，说明白。Handsome boy, do you know? 要说清楚，要不然会搞丑啊。
Witnessing the matchmaking power of the love god, many here are eager to find their true love. So ma'am, can you tell me, why are you here and what kind of partner are you looking for?
来这里就是参加，就是刚好中秋节，然后有这次的月老活动，想说来看看能不能帮忙找到另一半的理想中的正缘。我想要的对象就是工作稳定，然后不要长得太丑就好了。
With hearts full of hope, those seeking love gather to celebrate the love god's birthday, wishing for blessings of love and perhaps the promise of a romantic beginning. Chrisma, Millie Hughes, and Sandy Chi for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching Here's What Happened. You can visit the TaiwanPlus website or our social media for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Before we go, here are some images of Mu Dang, the baby pygmy hippo from Thailand that's taken the internet by storm. I'm Jeremy Olivier. Take care and see you next week.